I went deeper into this topic, sat down on my day off, focused, and started to track and record everything I do constantly and regularly and how it affects me, the quality of my life. And of course, I tried to understand why I, as it seems to you, look better and better every year, why I make cooler and cooler projects every year, continue to create, do not give up, develop. I had a very honest and deep conversation with myself, wrote out a huge list of my habits and my life rules. And before moving on to habits, let's talk about how our habits are formed. So, the first stage is a reminder. That is, something triggers you, something causes a reaction in you. For example, a green traffic light signal. And behind every event there is some kind of your reaction. And the second stage of forming a habit is an action. If we take an example with a traffic light, a green traffic light turned on, and you cross the road, or you turn on the turn signal and turn on the car. The third stage of forming a habit is a reward. It's what you get as a result of this action. And if it's a pleasant reward, if you like the result, if you felt something, you have a constant cycle. That is, this action will always go to this trigger, to this reminder, and there will always be this pleasant feeling of reward. But let's agree with you, from many actions that we will discuss today, from many habits, you just forget to feel something. You don't focus your attention on your feelings, on the states that cause you one or another action. You just don't pay attention. That's why you don't get a reward. That's why you don't develop a habit. We will take advantage of this theoretical part for ourselves. First, you need to come up with some reminders, some calls, an alarm clock, a photo, something is hanging right in front of your eyes. You need to introduce some habit to some music, that is, to put such anchors, as they say in NLP, so that the cool new habit that you want to introduce, it seems to be associated with something in your complex and always causes the action you need and always gives you the state of reward and result you need later. And I want to remind you of Aristotle's words, we are what we constantly do, and therefore perfection is not an action but a habit. And I also want to ask you to write your habits in the comments, thanks to which you will see how you grow above yourself, the habits that lead you to your results. The first habit is to fill your life with music. And I fill my life with music, starting with awakening. There is music on my alarm clock. There is a melody. I wake up, and even leaving the sleep stage, I already immerse myself in music. And my body always reacts to music in a certain way. I've learned to smile when I hear music. I've learned to give myself to music. It makes some involuntary movements in my body and thus starts my energy, starts my blood circulation, and of course fills me with energy. I wake up to the music. When I choose what to wear, I dance. When I brush my teeth or do my makeup, I have a specific music that I listen to. I will share with you in the first pinned comment, for example, my morning music, which most often creates my mood for the whole day in my morning beauty ritual. Set up cool music in your car, when you go to the gym, when you run, in general, at any free moment of your life. Maybe you will dance and sing along. This is the habit that constantly supports my state of femininity, sexuality, and brings me back to the feeling that I start to feel with music. The habit number 2. I've been working on this habit for years, no matter what happens, to follow the discipline of sleep. Yes, it doesn't mean that you will always be perfect saints. Do you remember that I'm not a saint, I'm alive? And for example, on Wednesdays, I go to bachata, and it means that I go to bed at 2 a.m. because I can't stop, and I can't leave the club and stop dancing. It's one day a week when I deliberately break my regime, but I immediately feel in my state, mood, appearance. If I go to bed later than at 11 p.m. every day, my whole castle starts to collapse, all my state. So, go to bed, sleep at the same time, and wake up, preferably too. Nutrition. Eating the food that nourishes you and gives you energy. Keep track of what you eat and how you feel and look at the same time. How many times do you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Sport. I go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. I go dancing 2 times a week. I go to the massage 1 time a week. And every morning I do a small set of yoga that helps me to stretch and wake up. The 5th secret of beauty is laughter. Laugh at any opportunity. Create an environment where you have something to laugh at and want to do it together. And cheer each other up. Maybe send some funny videos. Tell funny stories. In general, remember that laughter prolongs life. Breathing. I literally, throughout the day, track how I breathe. In general, breathing is of great importance in our lives. You know, our life starts with the first breath and our life ends with our last breath. In those Oriental traditions and practices that I studied, my teachers and mentors, through the knowledge that for more than 5,000 years, first of all, we, the practitioners, always conveyed the importance of breathing. Breathing helps us control our emotions. Breathing helps us control our state of mind. Breathing is the main helper to be in a state of relaxation. If you want to be stable, if you don't want to fall to the bottom, if you want to shake a little bit when a strong wind blows in your life and some black swans come, you need to remember that your attention, which means your energy, your tension, should be in your abdomen, in the area of your buttocks. Reduce your intimate muscles. Tighten your legs and buns, but don't strain your jaw, neck, and shoulders. It is with breathing that we can control it all. So, music is something that you can introduce right now, right today, in the morning or in the evening. Breathing is the same. Work out a habit. Every time you get in the car, the first thing you do is take 3 deep breaths with your abdomen. This means that the first thing you do is to completely inflate your abdomen. Take a breath for 10 seconds and then take a breath for 10 seconds to completely empty your abdomen. In Taoist practices, this is called abdominal breathing. So you need to inflate your abdomen and completely deflate it. 3 such inhales and exhales, and you will already see how the tension from the head has gone, how the gaze has cleared up, how the hustle and bustle has gone, and you have felt your body. You can feel anything, only in a relaxed state. And strong excitement or orgasms, they only come to a strongly relaxed body. How to quickly and deeply relax. The breathing, girls. Breathing is the first, the simplest, the easiest. You don't need money for it. You don't need even some difficult manipulations to get used to it. Just get used to it when you get in the car, to take 3 deep inhales and exhales, and keep an eye on the car all the time so that you breathe deeply.